Yo, what's hood? It's your boy Dizzy3, and today I feel like I have left you Ableton guys hanging a little bit, so I'm just gonna produce a track from start. I'm gonna produce a track in Ableton. I'm just gonna go through how I go about making tracks in Ableton. So hopefully you'll learn something from this. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. I read them all. So yeah. Usually the first thing I do is I'll start with drums, and I'm not gonna do an intro and all that. I'm just gonna make a drop because I know you guys really more so care about like sound design and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to run through this kind of quick, but since I'm making a track from scratch, there's gonna be a lot going on. Hopefully you learn something. Usually I'll just go through and I'll find the drums that I want to use. Let's see. Sure, why not? Okay. I usually like layer multiple claps on each other. Put this in here. Oh, cool. That's duplicating. In the right spot? Yeah, it is. Okay. Come over here. Do one more. Oop. Okay, so I got all those out there. Need to find a kick. So, okay, never mind. Gotta go back in here. Right there. Oh, wrong thing. Alright. Keep hitting Control S. It's Control D to duplicate. That's one of my favorite ones to use. Find some hats. Change out that drum beat a little bit right there. And duplicate that 4 times or 3 times because everything runs off of like a bar system. I don't know if you notice or not, but there's like dark in any DAW really. There's gonna be 2 sets of like colors. One of these is gonna be like the dark gray over here, and this one right here is the light gray. You want 2 sets of those, or like, yeah, 2 sets of those will usually be like a 16 bar drop. 16 bars meaning that 1 bar is 4 beats. So in 16 of those, do the math. Okay. And that's usually how long the first part of a drop is. Usually there's 2 sets of 16 bars, which would be this doubled. And that's how long most rhythm drops are these days. Back in the day, they were 48 bars or 64 bars, but now a lot of people are making bars a lot shorter. Just a little FYI. Or they're making their drops a lot shorter, just FYI. Okay, that's whatever. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna make a sub bass in Serum. Personally, I'm a lot more comfortable with Massive, but I think select the area. Control Shift M is how I just created that right there. Okay. I gotta zoom in a little bit closer. Okay. doop. And like usually when I first start, I'll just lay down the basic, how like I want everything to kind of sound, and then I'll go back in and be like, all right. There we go. You cannot hear that. You can't. If you don't have like headphones, you probably can't hear that. Okay. And with sub bass, you really just, I haven't really made a tutorial on how to make mine in here because I don't really have a way in particular to make it in here. I just kind of follow the same principles that I follow with making it on FL Studio, which is just adding some distortion to it and cutting off the high end right here, which you can do pretty good in this in Ableton stock plugins. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here, and like I said, you always want to put it where the EQ is last, so that way everything goes with the EQs after. So the sub, you can't really hear it. And I'm just gonna put an OTT on it. I don't like how that sounds. Okay, clearly, if you can hear, it is definitely clashing with the kick. You can definitely hear that. Should be able to, anyways. But and to stop, because like, okay, you can still hear that, right? Like how it's every time the kick plays, it'll like sound all distorted for a little bit there. That's because you need to sidechain the sub. Most of y'all already know this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So that way now they don't clash. The sub ducks a little bit, so that way. Okay. Now use everyone's favorite. I don't like to start my synths like at the very beginning. I kind of like to start them a little bit after. I've seen a lot of producers do it like that too. So a lot of the ones that I like, they don't start their synth like as soon as the bass kicks, because you have to use sidechain it, and you don't really get to hear the transient or the beginning of the synth. Okay. Okay. Let me just get in a little bit closer, because like for right now, I usually like to go by just the first bar and like see what I can come up with. Okay, here. also coming in here and taking this off of BPM. I've also seen people make really cool sounds. Let's see, where is it? Okay. Yeah, there we go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I don't have to go that far. I don't have to go that far. Okay, now my favorite part is coming in here and doing the post-processing. To the kilohertz and delay. It doesn't sound really that loud either, so come back down in here. Probably change the sound a little bit. I don't like that. Okay, what if I took this and put it on the level right here? Trig. Okay, so, and then here's where we can come in with the delay. Okay, right here. Cool trick you can do with the delay, like, it's cool, isn't it? You can change the delay time. And then So for the sub, actually, I'm gonna. They don't have where I can change the pitch of the sub on here. I'll do it in the pitch shifter then, I guess. Actually, you know, no. That's why I don't like to use the serum sub. I prefer to use it to make it in the basic shapes. Oop. Put a macro on the semitone. Let me change that to where it's only this way. Ooh, you don't want that. Okay. Okay, so now, see, like, I want this to be a little bit higher up. And like, you're probably wondering, what am I doing? I'm just trying to do one little like quick effect for the sub, so that way. Okay, right here. So that way the sub kind of like drops in. And then like what you can do is you can kind of like come in here and like make it jump up a little bit more to add more character. Highlight the line, hit Alt to like make it curve. Make it a little bit louder. Okay. Sub is a lot louder than I wanted it to be. I like to use Effectrix as well, because you can pretty cool so far. I'm obviously gonna add some more to this synth. But do you see how the Effectrix like kind of just adds a little bit, like a little bit of change over time, which is like really important in like rhythm, because it's pretty minimal stuff, but you just want to make small little changes here and there to give it a bit more flavor, so it doesn't sound like what everyone thinks it does, which is, oh, it's the same thing over and over again. There's really a lot of stuff that goes into this. Okay, so now I've made that synth, right? What I can do actually is come down here, duplicate that one, and because I want it to like kind of swing, because it's a rhythm track, because that's, I want just this right here. And this is really where like layering and stuff comes in, because and you don't hear anything different now because everything is the same on both of these. So what I can do, I'll add allow to. And like I say all the time, you don't really need all these plugins because most of them kind of do the same thing. It's really just about how they do them. Actually, I like it to go the other way, so it's like going down. And I'm gonna actually record this sound and resample it. Okay. So now let's see. This is where it gets cool, because then I can like come in here and mess with this and just like, where is the vocoder? Yeah. Already, like I can just put this under everything and it'll already just sound like a lot fatter. Like, look. I like to, in Ableton's vocoder has it set to where like you can have that noise, just that white noise under it. Like, cause without it, I mean, still sounds cool, but with this, it's got a little bit more in the background added to it. See, and that's really where layering comes in. Okay, so. Whew, there's so many things that I can do with this right here. So I'm gonna, where's the LFO tool? Come in here, change the filter to comb. And what's cool is I can, with the LFO tool, I can get it to do, I can get this to do the pattern. Like if it's there, I can move it. I can do like this, and wherever the cutoff is, it's gonna move according to this. Like look. And I'm gonna put another LFO. Actually, no, I can use the same one. You put an LFO tool on it right here that does like this, and put it over the volume. So now it'll hop. There's the volume all the way up. Oh, wrong one. Alright, okay, yeah. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, I'm just gonna. I don't like how it's like that. I'm just gonna add a new one then. Okay. Right there. So now it like. can't really hear it. So, Yo Faithful. And I keep forgetting, anytime you put something out, anytime you put anything on, or get anything out, you're always going to want to EQ it. I need to like put an EQ on all these. I usually like to do around 200. You don't have to, but I personally do. Some people do 100. I like to do 200 because I like my sub to be like really out there, like in the mix. Okay. The tail on this is a little too long, so I'm gonna come in here and like, I don't want it to be like. I want this to be more. Where is it? Pitch and modulation, frequency shifting. Oh, I don't really. I prefer this. That already sounds pretty cool. You know what's also cool? So I can make it to where by bars. Half a bar, yeah. I need this to hit. It's like not. I need to like smack whenever that thing comes in. So you can do that with compression, but if you have the kilohertz pack, you can come in here and do like. Come in here for a transient shaper, which will make the beginning like. A little bit louder. It still needs to be louder. I feel like OTT needs to like do more. This also I need to like. sounds alright, but I feel like I could still add a little bit more. I could add another effectrix actually. Or I could use this one. Let's see. And that's half of it. Don't like that. Okay, so if it'll do that. Oh, I do need to add another one. It's the only thing I don't like about that. Here we go. No, I think the delay will work better. No, it already has it. Right? What happened to the delay? Okay, where's that at? Oh, it's the Effectrix, right? Okay. Oh, that's why. So I can just put another one on here. Okay, now that whole part, we'll say for instance, that whole part is done. And then, so for the first like 8 bars, it'll be one way, and then usually for the second 8 bars, you'll want to like do something a little different with the sound. So like, the way I say it is like as if you had control over the sound itself, like to show that you know, like you have more control over it, what you're doing. You kind of want to change it up a little bit. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's kind of how I see it. Because like, yeah, it's like easy to make sounds like, but if like that's all you know how to make, then you're not really showing what all else the sound itself can do. So for the second part, you have to like prove that this is the sound you meant to make. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of how I see it. Okay, so it's doing that. I can come in here for this and change the center somewhere else for this part. I'm probably gonna go lower. Go by bars. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so this is like the gist, I guess. I could do a little bit more with this. It's not, it could be more powerful. If I did less bands. Whatever, I'll just leave it alone. But that's really just like a background support synth. What is this one doing? That's cool, but we're gonna... Yeah,